I liking you. Fuck you. While I was stumbling around YouTube, I found a video called PC Gaming vs. Console Gaming by a guy named DigitalKryptic. Sorry, Cryptic. I don't know why I say Cryptic. Like, I literally have no idea. I was looking at it and I still say Cryptic. By the way, he doesn't do a new video every single day. Just, look, you don't have to be CNanners. You don't have to put out a video every day. Just don't say you're going to do it and then not do it. I mean, that's a lot of work to make a video every day. That's a lot of work. Anyway, he plays this game that I have no idea what this game is. I don't know what this game is. Do you know what this game is? I don't. In any event, he talks about this, that, and the other thing, and then he says...
All consoles have actually a frame rate cap of 30 FPS.
What?
All consoles have actually a frame rate cap of 30 FPS.
What? No, they don't. They absolutely don't. So when he said this, I went down into the comment section and I wrote out what I thought was a pretty straightforward response to this. Consoles are not locked to 30 frames per second. Please do not spread misinformation. Look, I like it when people point out a weakness in a console, and there are many weaknesses, and I like it when they are very pro-PC, because it's really hard to be anti-PC these days. But I don't want people's love of the PC or their disdain of consoles, I said disdain, not hatred, fuck you, disdain of the console, to be based on misinformation. I mean, that's not good. That doesn't help anybody.
All consoles have actually a frame rate cap of 30 FPS. But I'll talk about that after. But any PC gamer knows that 30 FPS is low.
Maybe when he addresses it later, he'll clarify.
So next I'm going to be talking about frame rate.
Oh, by after, you mean like right now. Like right after I'm done with this sentence. I guess that's technically correct. Okay.
So 30 frames per second, which on PC is not... which on PC, your games could have unlimited FPS. So I'm talking like with a really good PC, you can have up to 1,000 frames per second.
Which is technically true, yes.
So basically, on console, 30 FPS is pretty low. So when I go to play on console with my friends, I can notice the difference. It looks a lot worse, and it runs a lot worse. So basically, I like I like PC way better for graphics and everything. So yeah. So to me, I could tell the difference, so it does look laggy on console.
I mean, it's clear that you understand more frames equals better. You're not trying to pull some console 30 frames a second cinematic apologetics. That's good. But you know what's not good? You know what's really, really not good? This. This is not good. Yes, they actually are, you dumb motherfucker. Sony and Microsoft even said it themselves. Go look it up, you dumb motherfucker. Well... Huh. Not the response I was expecting from somebody making a console and PC video where he clearly plays on both console and the PC and should be able to tell from his own personal experiences that obviously the console can play games at 60 frames per second. Yeah, I'm like kind of baffled. I'm like, how do you... I mean, it's like one of those things that's so obvious, you're like, how do I even... I mean, it should be self-evident that I'm right. But all right, we'll continue to delve further into what I'm sure will be a very enlightening conversation for all parties involved. All right, so he said, no, they are not. And I think I meant to say, no, they did not. But, both consoles are capable of playing games at 60 frames per second if the games are not too demanding. Call of Duty, for instance. And I think that's what he's playing. I think he's playing Call of Duty. So if he was playing this game on a console, which he is, he's playing this game on a console, he is physically playing a console game at 60 frames per second, and then is telling me on the video where he shows himself playing a game on a console at 60 frames a second that they are locked to 30 frames a second, and even Sony and Microsoft said so. Then I list some examples. I say Call of Duty, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Blacklight Retribution, Diablo 3, FIFA, Killzone, Shadowfall, Minecraft, Outlast, Garden Warfare, Pro Evolution Soccer. And I was at this point, I was just going down an actual list. I Googled it, like 60 frames per second games on the consoles. And there's a list, and I just went down the list whenever it says 60 frames a second. It's like, here's all the examples of why you're wrong. Since apparently you actually playing a game at 60 frames a second wasn't enough proof for you, I'll just give you more examples. Also, the petty name calling is amusing. Thanks for the screenshot. Not to report him, because I'm not 7 years old, but for the video that I'm making now. No problem. What the fuck will they do? Read half the comments people write. By the way, I have a console FPS counter and it's stuck at 30. By the way, you dumb asshole, get a life, get a girlfriend. Well, no, I guess, no, that's not a threat. I'm just saying, thanks for the screenshot. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the screenshot later. Okay, whatever. All right, now, here's the thing. All right, they do read half the comment. I don't even know what he means by that. I don't even know what he means. By the way, I have a console FPS counter, and it's stuck at 30. Well, maybe your console FPS counter, maybe it's just broken, and it's stuck at 30. I would have it looked at. Second, I can't believe I'm fucking defending console frame rate here. Dear God. But you can, I guess. There are ways to measure the FPS on a console. You have FPS analyzers you could feed the video into, or while it's being streamed through something else, you could tell. But it's not like as you're playing, there's like something in the top right-hand corner by itself that you can use. So I don't know. I don't know what he's using. All right, that would be helpful if he said, well, I have such and such hooked up to such and such, and it's telling me such and such. I don't think by itself an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 has a screen or has a frame per second counter. Maybe there are some games that do, but I mean that would be a horrible idea. If you were making a game for a console, why would you put an FPS counter in there? That's like having some sort of a metric that measures how much anti-aliasing you have in your console game. No, you don't want to point out to people how crappy your frames are and how bad your graphics look. Anyway, by the way, you dumb asshole, get a life, get a girlfriend. Now, I assume since you separated the words girl and friend, you mean a friend of yours who happens to be a female. I don't see what having a girlfriend would do to change my argument or to change all the examples. Like, maybe if I had a girlfriend, all of those examples that I give wouldn't run at 60 frames a second. I don't know. I'm not going to rule it out. I don't have a girlfriend. I have girls who are friends, but I don't have a girlfriend. I mean, fuck that shit. I mean, look, I love vaginas as much as the next guy, but I don't want to have a woman, like, living in my house, watching me, telling me about her feelings. No, nope, no, sir. I mean, I enjoy my solitude and my independence, and I like doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I like staying up as late as I want. I like going to bed as early as I want. I like that all too much to have a significant other in my house living with me who takes control over certain aspects of my life. And that's nothing against anybody else who's in a relationship. Go for it, man. Go for it. That's just not my thing.
So next, let's talk about the gaming community. I'm not gonna lie, the PC community is almost 3/4 less than the console community.
Ooh, here we go. Yes, back on my home turf, defending the PC. I was getting tired of sticking up for the console. I mean, I feel kind of dirty, but at the same time, I feel like my integrity is kind of topped off for a while. Let's see how that works out.
I'm not gonna lie, the PC community is almost 3/4 less than the console community.
Now, I'm not going to imply that I'm a master debater, but I am going to offer the advice that don't say, I'm not going to lie, and then instantly lie. To quote Sargon of Akkad, stop lying. Your integrity depends on it.
So therefore, it's way harder to find any games on PC.
Well, the only instance that I have ever had where I have a problem connecting to games and a PC version of a game is from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It was extremely difficult for me to find game types that were playing, and sometimes I couldn't even find game types playing at all. I have about 100 hours or so in Advanced Warfare, and there are game modes I have not even played, and it was not for lack of trying. It's because Call of Duty itself, not the PC, Call of Duty matchmaking itself, because there's no server browser for this, and it's dumb. Terrible, I hate it. But the matchmaking only system for Call of Duty is peer-to-peer, and it would not allow me the option to play with other people outside of my little bubble that Call of Duty ordained I could play with. And as a result, I never got to play certain game modes. Ever. There are game modes I have not played, and I would have liked to play them because I enjoyed the game. But no, wasn't happening. Oh well. And that's Call of Duty's fault. That's not the PC's fault. That's Call of Duty's fault. I don't mind too much because objective games in Call of Duty are wank. I mean, it is clearly a deathmatch game, and so that's just what I did. So, yeah, there you go. Next point. Keep them rolling.
So to me, console has a way stronger community.
You know, maybe you're just talking sheer numbers. That's correct. Maybe you're just talking sheer number of players. But here's where we get into an odd gray area with the PC gamers versus PC users, or PC users who just happen to play a game on occasion. What if it's just a kid playing games on her parents' computer and their parents don't play any games? What if it's someone who just plays internet browser games? Are they a PC gamer? And, I mean, how do you quantify that number? As of February the 24th of 2015, Steam had over 125 million active users. Now, we can argue until the sun goes down what constitutes a true PC gamer, but these are active accounts. And if we're talking about sheer growth, the PC market is exploding right now. And what about the emerging markets like Brazil and Korea and China, where the chances of you getting a console, like the just sheer import taxes on a console in Brazil are astronomical, so everyone plays PC. Same thing over in Asia. Everyone's playing PC. Good luck selling an Xbox in Japan. It's not going to happen. You know Asians. They're too smart for that. Estimates from Nvidia and AMD suggest that there is around 800 million graphics cards installed in PCs out there that are capable of playing modern games. Even if you said, and this is being even if you said that the PlayStation 4, the Wii U, and the Xbox One had sold a combined total of 100 million units, which is a fantasy number that I made up for the sake of a hypothetical argument, that's still 25 million less than the amount of PC gamer accounts on Steam that was back in 2015. And that number's going up. And it's going up a whole lot faster than the rate of console is going up. Increase. Increase is the word I'm looking for. Increase. The rate of increase. Growth. I know a lot about growth.
So that's that. So with a way stronger community, that means more games to play. So the last say in this is, if you want to play with more people and get into games quicker and play with friends, get a console.
No, don't. That doesn't make any sense. If your primary objective for a video game is just to play with friends, especially casually, if you just want to play with your friends, that's the most important thing to you. That's fine. But if that's the case, then don't tell people if you want to play with your friends, buy console. Tell people if you want to play with your friends, play what your friends have. If your friends have Xboxes, buy an Xbox. If your friends have PlayStations, buy a PlayStation. If your friends have PCs, then get a PC. If that's the most important thing to you, then go with what they have.
But if you want better graphics and more frames and you actually have the money, buy a PC. For me, I have both, so I get to enjoy both PS4 and PC. So this is where I'm going to cut the video, guys. This has been DigitalKryptic. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Let's try for 8 likes this video, guys. And I'm sorry I'll start posting again tomorrow. I'm sorry I couldn't post. That's kind of out of my control. And I wouldn't want to post right from the console because my mic quality, if you watch my first video, you can tell how bad the mic quality is.
Well, it matches the quality of your research then. And it matches the quality of your responses to me. Here's the dealio. It doesn't matter if I fuck my mother. Quite frankly, if I fuck my mother every other day and she screams and begs for more, it doesn't matter. Consoles are what they are. It doesn't matter. PCs are what they are. It does not matter. Whether or not I have a girlfriend, doesn't matter. Pretty sure that the console will be exactly as it always has been, regardless of my significant other situation. Telling lies about the other side is not a good way to substantiate an argument. It makes your side look worse because people think you have to resort to lies in order to prop up your side. But perhaps, I would argue that the worst thing that you can do, even worse than lying about stuff like this, and then doubling down on those lies, is to just go total preschool playground mode and just throw out insults and resort to name calling and swearing incessantly, like that will magically make you right. No one in their right minds would look at this exchange and say, well, that Rags guy, well, God, he just got wrecked. I mean, look at all the examples that DigitalKryptic gave. I mean, look at all the arguments he presented. There's no way the PC is as good as the console. I mean, it's clear that consoles are locked to 30 frames a second, as DigitalKryptic clearly displayed here, with all of his links and his examples.